Hey, what's up, Tattle Tells, and what's up, Sussex Squad? Did you think I was going to let you go to sleep without your daily nightcap of where the F is Kate Middleton? What are we on, day 208,046? I'm just joking. But we are definitely, day 26? No sighting. The palace is releasing nonsensical statements that she somehow left unnoticed to go to Sandra have with William and the kids, a woman that we have heard not hide nor hear from, but most alarmingly, not a picture. And this is a woman that famously stepped out in an all-white suit after she was outed as the royal racist, and they had the nerve to make the headlines an all-white Christmas. Kate does not shy away from the camera because, like we know about William and Kate, they don't like to do work. They just want the glory. Well, baby, you know I've been busy being your internet sleuth, going on Twitter, trying to put the pieces together, connect the I's, the dots, the T's, whatever you want, and bring it to you. You guys, we have our favorite legal eagle and forensic investigator on the scene, and she is bringing us another novel case. Now, keep in mind, this is theories. This is speculation. Baby, if you want facts, you might as well twiddle your thumbs, because at the end of the day, no one's bringing us facts. Not even the palace. The palace is whispering things. The palace is hiding things. The palace is doing nonsensical things, but they're not even going on record at all. All everybody knows is Kate's gone for mysterious abdominal surgery that is now requiring her to be gone for the rest of the year. William is saying he's going to do Earthshot in November, but oddly enough, Kate's not invited. Isn't that odd to announce? He's flirting with a Kate lookalike, a woman that looked like his plus one for the ambulance gala. And she's helping him coordinate the next Earthshot, I guess. Listen, William, it's not like William is a complete cad and can't have female friends without sleeping with them. No. According to some people, William just likes sleeping with Kate's female friends, but it's purely platonic with his own. But listen, let's get into our favorite legal eagle, royal, what do we call her? Royal investigator. I mean, that's what she is. Forensic royal investigator. She's also a journalist, and she claims to have ties with American media and also media in the UK. But at the end of the day, we just need to say, because we're going to get to the bottom of this, and we're going to figure this out, because something actually is wrong. And I don't even care for Kate as a person. I don't know her, but the way she moves in public, However, we would like to see proof of life. A wiglet, something. Seriously, I feel like Kensington Palace next is going to put like a mop, come trot out a mop with an Amazon Prime wig, just like do with like a, you know what, let me shut up, because I do believe that Kate is in a coma. But let's get into the latest round of theories. And also, you guys, I want to know what you think. Please put your theories down in the comment section. I read them all, and I really enjoy when you guys talk about it, okay? Also, if you guys want, I am on Snapchat now, and I have something really special coming out. If you could follow me on Snapchat, Tattle Tells, TISATELLS, if you could. And also, regardless, let me know if you want me to post tomorrow, or I guess today, for for Super Bowl Sunday, if you are going to be watching Super Bowl, or if you'd like a little comedic break. Okay, let's get into this. They said the other royal drama story isn't a bit. This is from our favorite legal eagle, Maple Leaf Fields. Her handle is Fields Leaf, FIELDSLEAF. If you got, sorry to snap at you. If you guys are on Twitter, I would say you should follow her. I really love her stuff. I'll update you, but again, show her some love. Okay, so here we go. They said the other royal family drama in a bit. But first, the update. Food for thought. Many theories have circulated over the past few days regarding Kate and even Charles, their sudden and mysterious illness and hospitalization. If you need the rundown, right, you can watch my previous videos. In the last 48 hours, two very telling red flags have gone up in the news. Some of you may have noticed them immediately. Some of you may have overlooked them. Or not made the connection. But I'm going to put this bit of info out. Well, because I think we all hit the point where we've accepted something as simple as everyday abdominal surgery for a variety of minor issues or even more complicated issues does not meet the criteria the palace is now putting out for Kate. We were told that Kate will be working from home. Is a Zoom call too much to ask? A simple photo of her sitting in bed or on a sofa with her laptop, a comfy blanket, and a cup of tea? Something so simple could put to bed endless theories, speculation, and hysteria over Kate's location and well-being. The sudden and strange disappearance of her family is also concerning. This is true. Because this is my aside. I've often wondered why it's not even the fact that they're not visiting Kate. It's the fact that we have not seen them anywhere. It's also the fact that even Sophie, the suck-up that she is, never visited Kate in the hospital. But let's keep going. The sudden and strange disappearance of her family. That's one thing. And her children haven't been seen since December either. Now, yesterday, a new article quoting an expert the palace pushed out stated it could take 9 months for her return to work. Remember, those court jockeys saying it wouldn't be this year. I don't know of any surgery that takes 9 months of recovery for that one surgery. I asked multiple experts, forensic experts, surgeons, coroners, nurses, and physical therapists. Keep in mind, Maple Fields is a forensic investigator, okay? So that plays a big role in things, okay? So anyway, they said that, so that's why she asked the coroners. Nurses and physical therapists, none of them can name an abdominal surgery that would require that amount of time for recovery. But every one of them made a valid point. It only takes 9 months to create a human being, start to finish, from a cell. Think about that for a minute. We can make an entire human being, brains, organs, limbs, digestive system, nervous system, eyes, ears, skin, the whole thing in 9 months. But it's going to take that long for something that was already made and slightly disturbed to heal after being put back together. It's not a bone being created or a new limb growing. No one is producing an organ in a jar. If Kate had surgery, they would have closed everything back up after putting it back together and if it just was to heal. We can make a whole human in 9 months, but our stitches can't heal in that time? Doesn't make sense. That was flag 1. But we already knew that the flag was coming. Flag 2 was William's comments today. Now, many of you noticed his particular emphasis on the race of the nurses caring for Kate. We already knew she had 3 nurses, but he made a particular point of emphasizing that the nurses are Filipino. I saw quite a few people getting annoyed that he made a point to do that. But it actually represented more than just ignorance on race culture, something those royals are really big on. 1, 3 full-time nurses means there's round-the-clock care. 2, a large population of Filipino nurses in the UK work in palliative hospice care. I've had several conversations today with people who have approached me about that. Brits and non-Brits alike have pointed out that most of the nurses in palliative care in the UK are immigrants and Pacific Islanders. Not all, but a very large number of them, evidently. These two bits of information on their own would suggest palliative care. Not always done for end-of-life services, but most often for that exact purpose. Add to that the reports of a coma, lack of any evidence of life, the disappearance of family members from public view, and this insane supposedly recovery period, first 3 months, then extended to 4, now stretched to 9. And does anyone really want to discuss William's performance the other day? One of the two things needs to happen here, and both are in the same category called the truth. The palace needs to provide concrete, indisputable evidence that Kate is very much alive and kicking and recovering with insane demands. A photo, a Zoom call thanking fans, something with a date source that cannot be contested. Personally, I would rather this be the outcome, and then we can just complain at the palace and their stupidity for letting this nonsense circulate and progress beyond all belief. Or they need to come clean about what is happening. In this 9-month statement method of testing the waters to see how far they can stretch this before letting the public know Kate's fate. Is Kate alive? Is she out with it? For a family that loves photo ops and chances to promote themselves and make themselves look amazing, they are really not giving anyone the happy recovery vibes. Did she leave William and take the kids and go into hiding? Now, we can't discount that. Or did something more sinister happen? Either everything they have said up until now is complete lies and she's taken off, or is in some sort of vegetative state, or she's alive, well, and perfectly capable of letting the world know as much. I don't wish any ill will here, but the truth needs to come out. And this information coming out in the last 48 hours does not suggest that Kate is healthy and doing fine. In fact, it suggests very much the opposite. There's an expression in Canada, that's where Maple Fields resides, that the palace needs to hear, and it goes like this: ish, or get off the pot. Now, one person asks, how do you think medical professionals view her condition from the perspective of possible eating disorder? Some people said it's a good question. They sent one person to research as Karen Carpenter. If you recall, it was eventual heart failure from years of strange. Now, another person, this is Starshine, said, one thing they let slip is that she was unexpectedly hospitalized last month, per Prince William's spokesperson, Lee Thompson. The other thing is, where is her family? Why are they MIA? Not one word, not a thank you, not a photo op, nothing. Something serious is definitely going on. Now, if you read the, If you read the statement from Lee Thompson, which this is the same statement as a side that pretty much admitted that Prince William's behind every leak that came out about Harry. They said a spokesman for William, Lee Thompson, says Kensington Palace was conferring with Buckingham Palace about how to parcel out the king's public commitments. William's events on Wednesday were in his diary before King Charles said he had cancer. In the meantime, Lee said, William continues to drop off and pick up his children from school in Berkshire, west of London. There's another break from the more remote parenting style of the royal family of previous generations. It is a ritual William and Catherine usually share, but that he took on as a solo parent when she was unexpectedly hospitalized last month. He had suspended this public engagements until Wednesday to take care of her. Now again, this outed William as the source because they never expected the New York Times to put Lee Thomas on record, because the Telegraph, a British paper, said After the school run from Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, he was on hand to help the Princess of Wales in her 3rd week of recovery following major abdominal surgery. They said on Wednesday they said the same stuff, but he may undertake some duties on behalf of the king, a palace source said. So the Telegraph, so this goes to show you that William has been leaking everything about Harry. There was another correspondent on TV that let it slip that William's leaked everything about Harry. It's interesting that American media is not letting them play games anymore. Shay Mary on Twitter says, I think Kate's in a vegetative state. The Sunny Bulu theory. Their children may have witnessed something and they're being shielded from the aftermath. As children, they may blurt something out to people that William once kept secret until he thinks he's figured out a plan. Now, I do want to say that I have heard on multiple occasions that the kids, since Kate was in the hospital, have not been at their school. There's no school run happening. We haven't been to confirm that or not, but again, not one tabloid shot, I guess. I would think that as much as William likes to trot his children out to change the subject, I would think that the kids would actually be pictured. Even if you're seeing William drop the kids off at school, I think they would be desperate to change the subject. Martha Stevenson says, I only have one problem with your scenario. I don't think the Middletons would just sit passively if that were true. Yeah, but the Middletons actually might be mourning. They actually might be mourning. They could be afraid. They could be trying to collude their power. The royal family is nasty work. And Kate and her family are nasty work too. But the royal family is more powerful. And obviously, in my opinion, the way Carol Middleton sacrificed her daughter, or encouraged her daughter to sacrifice her whole life to secure fame and glory for her bloodline, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? This is all my personal opinion. I think Kate Middleton's family are just royalists to their heart. Another person said, I'm still wondering, this is Christine Elaine, I'm still wondering about Harry's 45-minute talk with his father. Why rush to just see his father for such a brief... Oh, wait, here it is. 1 second, let me put this. Why rush to see his father for such a brief visit? What if he was called to pay his final respects to Catherine while she was still alive? True, he was once close to her, but William was so evil, I don't think he would let him. William just wants to punish Harry so bad. Another person, Foya Pot, says, why does the British media, people, and even the government not demand to know where she is? How is this acceptable or even allowed? Montecito Girl said, I wonder if they adjust the tax dollars during royals are unable to carry out duties, no work, no pay. Until proven otherwise, Kate is chillaxing. After the racist claim, it became too much for her, and she needed a mental health break from William and the public. Catcall 60 says, it appears that palliative care is offered at Edward VII, but not at the London clinic. Maybe someone has more accurate information. A person can be in palliative care for months. Now, I do want to say that palliative care can be offered in any hospital. Again, these are the royals. They can rent out half the hospital if they want. But it makes me wonder, was Kate ever in the London clinic? Because no one came to visit her. And if she's home, palliative care can be added there too. Ronnie Rolfe said, and also don't forget when the Spanish media leaked that Kate was MIA. She was released that day. Wink, wink. Ronnie Rolfe said, remember they used to roll Betty out all the time? They can't show us what doesn't exist. Now, remember when Queen Elizabeth was dying of cancer and they rolled her out? Tessa de Glen said, I've said this in another thread where I said Kate's 9-month recovery, the firm floated about, is a genius idea. Whether that woman harmed herself or her husband did it to her, what matters is how William, Bully Boy Bill, and the Windsors' monarchy is to cover up to save themselves. The spooky nerd said, a lot of people were mad at the idea that Harry might be aiding the palace in a cover-up. However, I think Harry would absolutely do everything he could to protect any of the children from going through what he did, being forced to be public during his grief. That's a good point. I never thought of that, but that's a very, very good point. Harry went through hell as a child. And maybe if he is aiding, it's to protect his nieces and nephews so they can have time to process before the world knows what's going on. You know? If something dire happened to Kate, and she does have 3 children, I don't like Kate, but I do agree her children deserve the right to come to terms with it before the public knows. Suze Monroe said, surely someone would be stalking in the bushes to see if the children really are going to school. Not if you consider that the UK tabloid press has the tabloid press on lock, and there is no way the tabloids will print that. There just wouldn't. That's why all the pictures that show something off about the royal family happens when they're off of UK land. Another person, Linda Murphy said, Harry has moved on, and I would say he knows the 3 children are with their grandparents and safe. He probably went home to see his own family. Dear knows how he felt. He did his proud at the award ceremony. Everyone loved him. Hope they all stay safe, and God looks after them. Linda Murphy said, I feel physically sick now. There's something, and I don't see her bouncing back from it. And Willie is looking pretty guilty. He has lost weight, and I reckon on illicit substances. No matter what my opinions are on the girl, it's her children. They are so young, they need her. Keto Underground Cafe said, great summary. I'm merely and obviously speculating here. But I think Kate Gate was the reason for Harry's summon by his dad. It was urgent business and not a let me look at you one last time visit. Joanne says, the Daily Mail must put out a story that she's on the mend and headed to a vacation with the kids for their school break. No one's buying it. Still no picture of her. Victoria said, to put her recovery in perspective, it takes 3 to 6 months to recover from a heart transplant. I worked in an ICU for 12 years, and this recovery thing never made sense to me. Also, are the kids in school? Did they pull them out? Follower Dog said, it could be that they don't know yet if she'll recover. And they're just waiting and watching, and it doesn't look good. If she can breathe, a heartbeat on her own without light support, she could be in a coma for years. Trisha Day said, agree, given the past performance on posting pics, it's just not adding up. No picture of Kate on the sofa clutching a blanket in a touching tribute to whoever, and kids cuddling close to her with dripping Billy serving her a cup of tea and cake crafted by him and Charlotte earlier. It just doesn't configure. Another person said, it can take that long to recover if she had multiple injuries that require surgery on various organs. The induced coma applies to this scenario. Massive abdominal injuries can be caused by some sort of massive trauma to the area. The most common are car accidents or a possible physical attack. Another person said, exactly, if someone swung at her with a fire poker and caused massive injury to spleen, liver, head. Another theory could be a heart attack or stroke related to an ED. Karen Carpenter died in her early 40s from a heart-related issue of ED. They said, thank you, lovely. You're right. The royal family needs to say something. The speculation is rife. I hope she's alert for the kids' sake. Another person said, L. Smith said, one thing I noticed was a change from working from bed to 2 nurses. From that, I guess some sort of long-range recovery and hope for recovery. Sure, it could be a relationship thing, but it is just odd they would mention medical if it wasn't. Jane and Zoe said, according to the Daily Mail, the Whales, including Kate, have gone to Armor for half-term. Still no photographs? Surely someone could have seen them leaving Windsor, arriving at Norfolk. Sharpie said, I honestly don't think anyone who has been watching it carefully can argue with one word here. If this is all true, it would explain the strange behavior of William. Seaside Love said, thanks for the update. Something is not right. Can't help but worry about the kids. You know, another person said, and this is a bit dark, I think she had a deletion attempt and was largely successful. It was weird she spent her birthday at her parents'. What about her own husband and family? Where are her female friends? I think she's on life support with no chance of recovery. Now, I don't know, guys. What do you think? I don't know. Because a part of me thinks that something's going on, because that's the one thing I did want to touch on. They did move the goalpost. I was focused on the fact that they moved recovery from 1 month to 2 months to 3 months to 4 months to 5 months, and now it's almost 9 months, which literally is saying we won't see her for the rest of the year. William's saying she isn't coming to, don't expect her in the Singapore games. But what about the fact they moved the goalpost by saying Kate's going to be working from bed, to that she has 3 nurses working for her full-time care? How are 3 nurses working? Also, that is pretty much 24-hour care, but when you think about it, right? Where are these nurses? When you think about it, why is the goalpost being moved? Kate has not done any work at all, and I'm not saying she should, but the fact that she's well enough to go to Armour Hall on half term, the fact that she's well enough to move around, this is literally Weekend at Bernie's too. It really, honestly, makes no sense. It makes no sense. And the fact that everybody, not everyone, but the media is literally testing the whole of England to see if I don't think they care about the world, because, they live in their own little bubble. But they're testing to see if the British public will actually swallow it. It makes me think, does Kate actually have fans? Or her fans just not Meghan? I don't know. It's odd to me. And I'm being serious. It's getting scary. You don't think? People are saying that Kate was last seen Christmas Day. Her illness is a mystery due to privacy. However, the UK media is currently stalking Prince Harry because he doesn't deserve privacy like Kate. Again, they tracked and stalked Harry for 24 hours. But nothing with Kate. Not even her getting in the car or driving or hugging her kids. She loves a photo op. I don't know. The British, I don't know. You guys, can you let me know? Literally, drop your comments. What do you think this is? Because I'm really pondering this. They're saying Kate Middleton's brother, James Middleton, loves to hang out with the tabloid journalists who usually write abusive articles about Prince Harry and his wife Meghan. Dan Houghton. I don't know. Her family not... I do want to say it is weird her family hasn't said anything, not even well wishes. Or a photo of them out smiling to let us know everything's okay. It's amazing. You need to keep in mind that the fact remains that William was photographed a single time going in and out of the clinic where they claim Kate was recuperating. I don't know, you guys. Something is just weird. I don't know, guys. I'm worried. I'm scared. But also, and this sounds so messed up, I'm so happy and glad that Meghan and Harry got away from that island. I'm going to read you some stuff tomorrow for the bedtime story about the royal family, Prince Philip's mother, the Queen, even currently, the way they treat women so bad, so diabolical. I'm glad Meghan got away. I'm glad Harry. And the funny thing is, and I don't wish harm on anyone, you know, I think the fact that at the end of the day, this is what Kate fought for. So she could rule, but she forgot the vipers would always be nipping at her heels. Anyway, you guys, hope you enjoyed this bedtime story. Let me know your opinions in the comments, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.